your eyes are not deceiving you. Yes, the Bat Knight and the Viking Deathstroke, two considered to be some of the best fighters in their respective universes, are going to face off right here, right now, in this video. Sit back, get comfortable, and listen to me talk, because I have a lot of shit to say. Now, let's begin. We begin with the flashback to Deathstroke making the biggest mistake of his life. Drenched in blood, he stepped into his home and called for his sons. Looking at his wife, he told her, "Pack your shit. We need to leave." But at this moment, she didn't care about all that. She looked at him and asked, "Whose blood is that? Slade, what have you done?" Fast forward to the present. Adeline was dead. He just watched her die, killed by his own daughter Rose. So after making sure to put her to rest and paying his respects, he decided to leave the boy, leave this whole adventure. But he just couldn't. You see, Adeline wanted to take him somewhere, and by God, he was going to take him somewhere. The boy didn't want to though. He was still grieving, but this was not the time to grieve. We have to leave. She wanted you to be taken to the capital, and I will fulfill her wish. Don't let her death be in vain. And so, the boy decided to come along on their little adventure. They rode along for days, 5 days to be exact. 5 days of pure fucking silence. And Deathstroke finally decided to ask the question, "Are you going to tell me why you need to be at the capital? And more importantly, what was that power?" He just looked at Deathstroke and said, 4 days, and that's all you think to ask. "Adeline is dead, killed by your daughter." Slade simply replied, "Rose was a mistake." And at that moment, it finally dawned on this child that Slade is a bad guy. How could you call your own daughter a mistake? That is a very mean thing to say. And Slade simply replied, "I'm a mean freaking man." But that's beside the point. The boy answered, "I'm going to the capital to save the world." And Slade asked, "How are you going to do that?" And the boy replied, "I do not know. The grain only tells me what it thinks I need to know." Slade was confused. "The grain?" He said, "Yeah, I hear voices." And at that moment, Slade realized this was actually insane. I'm here on one of the most dangerous paths, avoiding zombie warriors, avoiding a thunderstorm to get you to the capital, and you don't know how you're going to save the world? Not knowing what to say, the boy simply replied, "The green told me to go to the capital." Slade thought he was insane. "You are listening to voices in your head? Really?" He replied in his defense, "The green are not just voices, they tell me a lot of things. I know about your sons. I know what you did." And this was the last straw for Slade. He got off the horse like, "Fuck this bullshit." And he started grabbing his weapons. "You could go on your way, kid. I'm done. Tell the green to fuck off." Alec, not wanting to accept this, called out to him, "We have to save the world." But Slade turned around. "I kill people for money. What part of this makes it look like I care about the goddamn world?" Alec, looking him dead in the eye, said, "You brought kids into this world. There is no way you do not care about it." But at that moment, they were rudely interrupted by a goddamn missile coming from the sky. And this missile had pointy ears. Alec was falling helplessly to his death, and Slade, well, he couldn't watch that happen. So he dived headfirst, knowing full well he may not survive. He held him down and protected the boy from the fall, while our pointy-eared missile fell down hard. If it isn't obvious, this is our boy, Bruce Wayne, the Prince of the Kingdom of El. He was actually pissed off that flying is so hard, but he didn't expect what came next. He didn't expect the Terminator, because Deathstroke assumed he was a freaking assassin, so he struck to kill. Sadly, you don't have kryptonite. You cannot hurt this prince. Or at least that was what Bruce thought, because Deathstroke at this moment was drawing blood. How are you drawing blood? That shouldn't be possible. Bruce didn't want to fight. He tried to end it with one simple punch to the chest, but a punch from a Kryptonian is disastrous. Deathstroke went flying. When he sat up, he coughed up blood. Shocked. "You pack a punch." But let's go again. Instantly launching another attack, they fought as the boy laid in the snow, knocked out. Deathstroke screaming, how much? How much did it cost you to kill a child? And this angered Bruce. Not only are you attacking me with no probable cause, you call me a killer? Fuck off! Blasting him with laser vision. But funny enough, Deathstroke ate it. Like, yeah, sorcery. That's cool and all, but can you take this axe to your goddamn face? Smacking his battle axe into Bruce's face. He wasn't done. He was going to chop him into tiny pieces. But the boy awoken, and he awoken in rage. And just like before, a big pulse of green energy eradicated the snow in his vicinity. He was strong. He was dangerous. Which is why Slade said, calm the fuck down. Stop doing that, boy. Getting back to the fight with Bruce because he really wanted to beat Bruce down. You hit really hard. I want to see if I can cut you. He was ready to go again until the little boy came forward and told both of them to stop, calling each of them by name, Master Bruce and Slade Wilson. Slade was confused. Master Bruce? You're a prince? And Bruce replied, yes. Looking at Slade, your name is weird. Where are you from? Where is this place? He was straight up confused. Slade had never heard of the kingdom of El. And Bruce, he has never even known a place like this existed. But most of all, how did this little boy know his name? He just said the green. And Slade was like, bruh. Slade wasn't trying to hear it. You came from the sky. You tried to kill this little boy. And Bruce apologized. Yes, I was flying. But as soon as I got to this area, my powers weakened. Something is wrong. The energy here feels different. The power of the sun gives me my powers, but it's like the sun is blocked. Slade was confused. Flying? What the hell are you doing over here then? And he corrected, yeah, I left my kingdom. I wanted to see the world. Maybe that's how I stumbled into your territory. If you had given me a second to explain without trying to kill me, none of this would have happened. And Alec laughed. Yeah, Slade is an attack first type of man. Realizing he was in the wrong, he kept quiet. But right now, they needed help. The flying prince had taken down their horse, and he didn't have a horse to replace it with. So, a choice needed to be made. He had a debt to pay. So Slade offered, why don't you come along and join our little party on this adventure, and we could call it even. And Bruce agreed. My sword is yours for the time being. And that is how they went on their merry way. Oh boy, I cannot wait to see who they fight. Two of the strongest martial artists, now two of the strongest warriors. It's about to get bloody. And just as they left, just like before, the ground started to breathe life. It was as if this little child was summer itself.